Hello. Welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. Usually wearing clothes. I'm wearing a lot of bright colors. I'm wearing a Twice pullover from their first album, of course. But anyway, we're back with our favorite person to look at, Tyler Spaghetti. She is continuing her journey after getting the vax. She started having heart problems, and now she's continuing her process of getting blood drawn and getting tests and whatnot. Anyway, this one's called Cardiac Stress Test, my experience. The last video we saw was her trying to get her blood drawn. It didn't work out. She had a panic attack. This video is 3 years old, 0 comments, 332 views, and she's at 960 subscribers right now. I am shocked she doesn't have 10,000 subscribers. And especially lately, because we've been watching creators that have had just like one video or like whatever, 5 videos, and their channel's like literally a month old and it has 10,000 subscribers. So I don't know why, especially her, because she's like a woke leftist. You would think the way YouTube used to be that she would have been promoted like crazy. Oh, but it's probably because of the COVID stuff, because she did get, you know, heart problems from the vaccine, and YouTube probably suppressed her videos. That's probably why. That makes sense now, actually. Anyway, let's see what she has to say.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler. I didn't do my thing.
You just did it.
Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new today. I have a doctor's story time because that's my life now, I guess. I had a stress test done, so I'm going to tell you about that. But also, I got the results of my heart monitor, which I told you all about in a video before this.
Dude, you know what? I don't know if she has, because this is an old video. She should be suing the crap off whoever put this vaccine out or forced her to get it. And I know that okay. Okay. I know that Pfizer, when they made a deal with the government to mass produce the experimental vaccine that they didn't test, that they weren't able to be held liable. But I mean, there's still got to be someone who these people can sue, because her life is ruined because of the vaccine, and there's millions of other people who are going through this same thing. So I mean, like, I know we make fun of her because we've been reacting to all of her videos, but I feel bad for her for this situation, though, because that's not her fault that she believes the news. And there's sheep, and unfortunately a big part of the population are sheep, and they just do whatever the news tells them, or whatever CNN tells them, or just the echo chamber that they live in. And during this time, there were thousands of people on like TikTok and YouTube who were making videos talking about, I got the vax and now I'm in the hospital. But you know, um, I know on TikTok for sure that they would delete your video if you said what happened to you. So, but it is what it is.
Everything was fine. So, there's nothing wrong with me besides my heart rate is really high. Um, so I guess that's good. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that like after a week of wearing that stupid, itchy, irritating monitor, like they would find something wrong with me, but like no. So that was it. But they made me do a stress test, and because of my heart rate that it's so high, I can't run. Like I'm not allowed to run. I said that in the video that I talked about the stresses, I can't run. So they were like, you're gonna be walking on a treadmill for 30 minutes. The whole thing takes like an hour, apparently. I don't know.
No, wait. Now you remember, like, what was it, 4 videos ago? I forgot. She said her joints are so bad and her knees are so bad she can't walk. Now you remember? Just everything is wrong with her. You remember she said she can't walk up and down stairs. She has to jump, which seems worse, but okay. There's a million things wrong with this person apparently.
Um, but my situation is different because there's something wrong with me and I don't know what, but I can't. My heart rate's too high.
The doctor said that the vaccine caused your problem, but then you said, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I love it when it's something that you don't like, it's a conspiracy theory. If it's something that goes against your narrative, it's a conspiracy theory. How many conspiracy theories in the past 10 years have turned out to be true, including the 2020 stolen election? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's a conspiracy theory. But, she's woke.
Um, so that's fun. To give you kind of reference, my heart rate is usually like 130s, 140s when I'm standing, like not walking, not doing any sort of exercise. Like that's just me chilling, standing. Um, but when I got there, I was anxious because I was reading, because I like to Google everything and
Oh,
then make
God.
myself anxious and like sick. Um, I was reading that they do like IV medicine to make your heart like go fast if you can't exercise. So I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to do that. I have a phobia, by the way, of like blood draws and stuff. I actually just got, you can't, oh, you can't see it. You see my freaking bruises from when I got my
From your abusive relationship? Yes. Yes, I do see the bruises from your abusive relationship. Uh, I make myself laugh.
blood drawn. They were digging in my veins, bro, and it hurt. And I didn't even get any blood drawn because they couldn't do it. Um, so that sucked. Um, but I have a phobia of that. And I was like, I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now. I don't want to do it. Um, so that's why I was scared. That's why I was anxious. And I was sitting down because they take your blood pressure before you do the test. And my heart rate was 130.
Now you remember, because we watch all her videos. She said she wasn't going to take the medication that the doctor gave her. So if this is true and she wasn't taking the medication because the doctor gave her heart medication, remember? And she says, I'm not going to take the medication because it's going to mess up my test results. The logic of this person, well, there is no logic. The doctor that wants to take test results is the same doctor that prescribed you medicine. So don't you think that that's fact? It's she is. I mean, sometimes she is pure rage bait. Okay, and everyone that we react to, they do the same thing. It's like rage bait, man. It's like either they're trolling, they're acting, um, or I guess they're really just this stupid. And notice we don't react to any right leaning people because those people are, have a brain. Those people make sense, you know? Those people are logical. Like logical people are boring because it's like half of it, well, more than half of it is it's just common sense. Being logical because, you're not using your emotions to navigate through life. You're using, pattern recognition and stuff like that.
So, and that's me sitting down. So it was very high. That's because I was anxious though. But they also take your blood pressure during when you're walking on the treadmill. You're supposed to run on the treadmill. You're supposed to like walk and then like go up.
We get it.
I don't know how to explain it.
We get it.
Um, it's a treadmill, okay? It goes on a hill and it goes
Really?
faster as it goes like up. So you're walking slow and then you're walking fast and then you're walking really fast and then you're running basically. Um, the whole thing's supposed to last like 25
5
minutes, I
hours.
think. 25, 30 minutes, I don't know. But they also take your blood pressure after. So that's why the whole thing takes like an hour, apparently. Um, it did not last me an hour because I did not do it all because I cannot run. Um,
Oh boy. Ooh.
Basically, you're supposed to hit your target heart rate, which is 220 minus your age. So mine was, I'm 20 years old. Um,
That sounds like you're making up magic points for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it's your wisdom plus your intelligence minus your level or whatever. What was that? I remember when we played Dungeons and Dragons, we made up it was like your wisdom plus your intelligence. I think it was that simple. No, it was your wisdom and intelligence times 4, I thought. And that was your magic points. I forgot. I don't know, like we made up some rules.
Mine was, wait, what? Is it 200? I don't know. Girl, I'm not a doctor. Anyways, my target heart
And
rate,
also you're not good at basic math. If it's your heart rate whatever minus 20, I mean minus your age, then how come no one's good at math anymore?
was 180, but your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. So my maximum is 200, but my target heart rate is 180, I think. That's what I was told. Um, I hit my 180 in 3 minutes of walking. So she was like, "Okay, you're done. We can't do it anymore. You could die." Not
What?
really.
What?
I don't think I would have died.
What? What? That's I don't believe that. I also don't believe her heart rate was 180 from walking. Is that possible? I mean, I understand like if you're on meth or, crack or something, but 180 from walking? That's a tall tale right there.
But she was like, "Okay, we need to stop basically because your heart rate is too high and you're just walking." So she was like, "Okay, get off. Like
What?
we're done."
Okay.
But I
You
went
say
through
so.
like 3 levels of like the treadmill, going higher and faster. So I got
Inclined,
to like the
yeah.
third level, and she was like, "Okay, you're done.
That makes more
That's it."
sense. That makes so she's climbing
But
a
I
hill.
lasted like a
Okay.
whole 3.5 minutes, I think. Um, and then she was like, "No." And then she got my blood pressure and stuff. When I sat down, my blood pressure was like one. I don't remember what the top the top number. I think it was like one. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I sent a text to myself and then I forgot. But the bottom number was like above 100, so it's like really high. Um, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, the cardiologist was like, "You did good, good job." Um,
And then they made out.
Everything looks fine. Like she took me into a separate room and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna talk about your heart monitor and your stress test little your stress test results." And she was like, "Yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks fine."
I think another problem is you should probably take a retarder test.
You just have a high heart rate, but like everything's good. Actually, not everything's good, and I will tell you about that in a little bit.
You have
But I'm
AIDS.
stressed out. I'm stressed, girl. I'm stressed and I'm scared. I'm 20 years old. Am I dying? I don't know. Um,
It's all in your head. You're doing
but
it to
yeah,
yourself.
she was like, "Everything's good. We might put you on this new medication that might help more. along with the medication that you're on right now, which I'm on a beta blocker. Um,
Beta blocker. Man, only Chads can talk to this chick. That's how it is.
Yay. Um, but yeah, she was like, we might put you on a new medication or we might up your dose. I'm on extended release beta blocker, by the way. Um,
I know what that means. I took some recreationally um some time release Adderall, and that was really good. It's better than the upfront Adderall. I don't know what they call it when it's just upfront, but anyway, it was I forgot what it was. It were these pink pills. It was I believe, was it 50 milligram time release Adderall? I think they were. Yes, they were because they were big. But anyway, pop some of those. Go to a bar, get drunk. It is great. It is great for me. I'm not saying you should do it. It's horrible. Don't do it. I'm just speaking from my personal recreational drug use experience. I had a blast, but it's very dangerous, very unhealthy, and I cannot recommend it. But I can do whatever I want because I live dangerously, and I'm the lead singer of a punk band. Okay.
but she was like, we might up your dose, we might put you on this new one, or we're gonna put you on the not extended release one because apparently like works better.
I remember that night too. Because I went to like a oh God, what's it called? Like a pot shop, whatever. And I like after work, I hung out with like a few of the people, and so we went to a bar that's by the pot shop. Like this bar on Westwood Boulevard. And I forgot the name of the bar, but anyway, I remember it was back when Obama was running against Mitt Romney, and like we're all high, we're sitting at the bar. Um, Knowing me, I probably had an Irish car bomb and then a couple of adios motherfuckers because I like the fact that the drink is called adios motherfucker, but I just say adios. I don't. I remember like the first 5 times, I'm like, can I get an adios motherfucker? And then I'm like, that sounds really stupid. Like, who makes up these names for these drinks? But anyway, I remember drinking an adios and popping another time release Adderall. And the bartender just became very attractive. And I don't know if it had to be, but I remember first walking in and I'm like, she's just an above average looking woman. And then like, after the second Adderall, she became smoking hot. And it trust me, it was not the alcohol because I think I only had because I was like we were talking and yapping a lot. So, like the Irish car bomb, I down that, but um, you know, about 2 hours in, I was only on my yeah. It took like I was averaging a drink an hour. So anyway, but the Adderall, whatever. Point is, I wasn't drunk, but I was feeling the Adderall, and like the girl just became like she went from a 6 to an 8, but that's a big difference. Like Sydney Sweeney without makeup is a 9. I'm just saying that she's a 10. Like I think Sydney Sweeney, and I mean without makeup, and I know exactly what she looks like without makeup. She is gorgeous. And then but then once again, I'm one of well, I think I'm just the average guy. The average guy hates makeup. The average guy rather have just women not wear makeup because like we know it's fake, so you rather have something real. And so when you're comparing a woman's looks, you can't compare her all dolled up, makeup, the best dress, the best whatever, like a woman who's dressed like she's going to the Grammys, that's not what she really looks like. So like when you're talking about a chick being hot, you're really talking about her. She's chilling at home in her tank top, shorts, and flip flops. Like that. That's what you're really talking about. Okay. So anyway, but this chick was like a 6. Okay, at the bar, and then like the Adderall kicked in. She was like an 8. I'm like, whoa, she's gorgeous. And the only thing that changed was the amount of Adderall that was in my system. And I could not help. I was just like staring at him like this chick is gorgeous. But anyway, that was during the Obama, like Mitt Romney. They were trying to decide who was going to run for the Democrat representative of, the president, whatever. I believe so. And I just remember we're all talking and they're like, "Well, who do you think's, gonna win?" And I'm like, "Well, out of those two, it's gonna be Obama just because Mitt Romney's Mormon. No one's gonna vote for a Mormon. This is a Christian country. Now, even Obama had some weird crap. It's just that people don't like Mormons. It's like, I mean, I'm just being honest. And so I was just like, yeah, like Obama, just because this guy's Mormon. And then the guy next to me, the guy who gave me the Adderall, I forgot his name. Someone's gonna call him Mike. He's like, Mormons are child molesters. And then the bartender chick, she's like, Mormons are faggots. Like they have like 16 wives, and you know the reason why they have all these kids is so they could sleep with the kids. I mean, it was just like everyone was just shooting this like Mormons have sex slaves and Mormons abuse children. It was just like, and then it's that spread from the bartender to Mike. Then just everyone around me was just the whole bar was just talking shit about Mormons and how like they're like disgusting and they're pedophiles and they're this and they're that, and just it was just not just a barrage of like anti-Mormon stuff. And I was like, damn, Mitt Romney's not gonna win because these are just so I know Mike, the bartender's being a bartender, so the bartender's friendly with everyone, so that doesn't count. But just strangers, just everyone at the bar, it just spread from outward where the whole bar was just talking shit about Mormons, and they were very comfortable talking shit about Mormons and just openly going, I don't like Mormons. I don't this Mormon. I'm like, wow. Mitt Romney has no chance because this is Los Angeles in Westwood near UCLA. So like this is a liberal part of Los Angeles, okay? Where, you know how libs are, like this chick. And so if you have liberals who are just hating on Mormons, I'm like, well, dude, this guy has no chance. This guy has no chance. But that's my time release Adderall memory is being surrounded by people in a bar who hated Mormons. Anyway,
Um, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to be taking medication 3 times a day. Like, I have a job. I can't just, like, bring random pills. First of all, that's expensive to go
wait. You're allowed to take medication at your job. You just go to the sink, get some water or whatever, and take the medicine. It takes like 3 minutes. You're allowed to take medication. Anyway. It's so weird.
go through 3 pills a day. Girl, no. Um,
That's nothing.
no. But yeah, those were my
That's
three
weird,
options. She was
dude.
like, "We'll let you know. Like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow in the morning."
Wait. Is anyone else here think that's weird? Like I've been prescribed medication for illnesses. What I remember, I forgot what it was. Anyway, I got sick, and I was a waiter and I had to take pills every 4 hours. And so I'm like, okay, I took it at this time. I'm gonna be at work at this time, so 4 hours is gonna be during my shift. Okay, let me take a pill. It's not that hard. You just go get a cup of water and drink. Take the pill. It's not like I don't know, man. Like some people make this most simplest task difficult, and they're not. And they blow them way out of proportion too. Okay, it's. I remember working at a dog place, whatever. There's a guy I worked with who had to take pills. Like a shift was like I don't know, like 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever. He had to take pills twice during his shift, and you know what he did? He goes, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna take my pills," and he came back a minute later. It's not that big a deal. Like I don't understand. But whatever, whatever.
Like, I'll call you tomorrow. Um, I didn't get any call. None of my like emergency contacts or like my family got a call. Um, and then I went to go pick up my medication, which is not heart related. Am off. I'm on enter medication name that might be controversial because state of America is kind of scary. Um,
What?
I went to pick up that, which has no relation to. God, my joints, bro, freaking hurt. I have joint problems. Sorry.
No, you have mental problems. That's all you have.
um, went to pick up medication. That doesn't matter. Why do I keep doing this?
Yeah, because you're fucking
um,
retarded.
and then I picked up two medications, and I'm like, what is this? What is this medication that nobody has told me about? What is this medication? And I'm like, reading it. I'm like, it says take one pill 12 hours before and 1 hour before coronary CTA. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what does that mean? Like,
Oh god.
what kind of heart
They
medication did
just
they send
explained
me?
it
Because
to you.
coronary is like arteries in
They
your
just
heart.
explained
So
it
I
to
know it's a
you.
heart thing. But I'm like, why did they send me this? It was Saturday, by the way. I picked it up, so I couldn't call anybody or anything. Um, but I'm like, girl, what is this? Like, is this the new medication? Um, is this the new medication? Because it's my medication, but it's the not extended release version. So I was like, okay, did they just send me this without like telling me they wanted me to try this? But there's only 2 pills in the bottle. So I'm like, if you want me to take 3 of these a day, there's only 2 in here.
They just explained to you what it does.
So I don't know.
Take
But
it
the
12
bottle,
hours before
again,
and
like I
then one
said,
hour
it's
before your test.
says 12 hours before, and then 1 hour before a coronary CTA. So I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that? So I'm sending it to my parents and my partner, and I'm like, girl, what the heck did they send me? Like, they just sent me this random ass thing.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. She said, I'm confused. So did she have a girlfriend now? Man, I lost track of this chick's relationships because remember when we first started, she had a boyfriend, and then it went to a girlfriend, and then it went to a boyfriend, and so now is it back to a girlfriend? Dude, this chick is right? You've been doing this with me, right? Wasn't the first one because when she went on vacation, that was with a boy because around the vacation and Thanksgiving, she had a boyfriend. So I think this is a girlfriend now. Man, she just goes back and forth between boy. I would hate to date a girl like that. Because this isn't this sounds like the typical woman where your standards for a man are so high that you just think every guy's garbage because you want the I don't know what her requirements are, but like women have requirements for men where if that man does exist, he's like 3% of the population. Like he's so rare, like making whatever. Let's just make it simple, like making $100 an hour, owning a mansion, uh, being 6'4", and has to drive at least a Benz. Like there's all these like really specific requirements where okay, that person does exist, but there's only 9 of them in America. So you're not going to find this person. And so since she can't find that person, she just dates a woman instead. And that's what a lot of lesbians are actually is that their standards for men are just so high they can never find this person, but they don't want to be lonely, so like I'll just date a girl, But that's what she comes off as.
This 2 pills was freaking $2. Like, what? I don't even know what this is. Like, nobody told me anything about it. They were supposed to call me yesterday. I got no calls, by the way.
The pill
No
says
calls.
what
I
it
got a call
needed,
from my
what you
job
needed to do.
about an alarm, but I got no calls from anybody. Like, nobody told me anything about this. Nobody sent me an email. Nobody, like, contacted me. Nobody, like, told me anything. So I'm like, what is this? Both of my parents are like, this looks like you're taking it before some test. And I'm like, no, like, nobody told me about a test.
It
Like,
says that on the fucking bottle. Oh my god. I know she failed ninth grade, but I mean, I see why. The reading comprehension hasn't changed, apparently. Oh god.
like, I'm going back to my cardiologist in 4 months because I was told, like, I'm good. Like, I was told my heart's working and, like, it's fine and, like, I'm good. So, like, no. Like, they just made a mistake. And my partner is like, yeah, they just made a mistake. Like, don't worry about it. Like, return it or something. And I'm like, I'm not gonna return it, but like, yeah, they made a mistake. Like, there's no way. They would have told me. Like, if I'm doing another test, right? Like, they would have told me.
I think they
No,
did.
apparently not.
No. I think they did tell her, and she was having a panic attack or something. It just went in one ear out the other. She was like, like when you're talking to someone that you don't give a rat's ass about, you just go, I think that's what happened.
Foreshadowing. Anyways, my parent is like, looks like they want you to do some sort of test where they like put an IV in you and they like scan something. And I'm like, no, like they would have told us. And my parent is like, yeah, they would have told us. Like, that can't be right. Like, you're 20 years old. Like, they want to be doing that. Like, they told you you were good. So, like,
They did?
this has to be a mistake. Anyways, parent calls them on Monday. I'm pretty sure Monday. I found this out a week ago, by the way. Less than a week ago, 5 days ago. My parent calls them and is like, what's this medication? Like, what is this? What is this for? Why is there like a coronary CTA thing on the bottle when there was nothing told to any of us? And the lady, she's not the head cardiologist. She's just like, I don't know what she is. I don't know what her title is. I don't even know her name, to be honest with you. But there's the main head cardiologist. This is a dude. We're gonna call him Dr. S because I don't know him. I've never even seen his face.
You don't have to explain
I
it,
don't
just
know
tell the
anything about
fucking
him.
story.
But he is like, yeah, there's something wrong with the EKG. There's like a non-specific change on your EKG for the stress test. So we need to do this.
That's the first time she called the EKG by the right name, because remember she was calling it echo. Like there's like 3 videos she's calling it echo. I'm like, what do you do? Oh, I'm getting my echo. You're like, you fucking dumbass.
Coronary CTA because there's something wrong. And my mom's like, sorry, my parent.
What's wrong with saying mom? Please explain why mom is offensive. You fucking libtard. Can you please not use gendered speech? Oh, so you don't mean to speak English properly? I can't stand people who are trying to change over 200,000 years of nature and go, oh, men and women don't exist anymore. They're the same thing. No, I'm saying 200,000 because I'm just meaning like modern humans have been around for roughly, according to most scientists, 200,000 years. Okay, like us, us. But if you want to count all the versions of humans We can go back millions of years. So we have millions of years of nature of from primates to Neanderthals of gender roles. And there's a big difference between the man monkey and the chick monkey, whatever you want to call it, okay? There's a difference. They both had different roles. They were not the same. But in the past, whatever years, let's just but in the past 100 years, all of a sudden, there is no difference between men and women are the same, and blah. No, you can change your gender because you just want to. No, it just it doesn't work like that. Look at every animal on this planet. The boy dolphins are different than the girl dolphins. They do different things. They have different jobs. You could say this about every single animal on this planet. There is no species where the boys and the girls are interchangeable. It drives me crazy that mom is a no word for this person. Like how stupid are you?
I don't know why I'm like so particular about saying that, but like I don't want to say it. Um,
Now, if her reason is because her parents were neglectful, then I can understand. But I don't think that's the reason why, because remember, she failed ninth grade because she never went and her parents didn't know the whole time. Like, that sounds like bad parenting. So, if the reason why you don't want to see mom and dad is because they weren't really a mom and dad, I understand. But if you don't like saying it because of your woke ideology, then no, that's just stupid.
um, my parent is like, hey, actually, they need you to do this test. They only
Your
gave you the
mom.
4 month follow up if you were good. And I was like, they told me I was good. Like, they told me the heart monitor was good. They told me the stress test was good. They told me I was good. And I was coming back in 4 months to just speak to somebody. Like, they told me I was good. They told me I was good. They told me my heart was good.
Well, no, because the first person you went to said you're having heart problems because of the vaccine. So isn't that a way of saying things aren't good? I'm confused. The first I forgot. I think it might have been 4 videos ago. She said she was having problems, and she said the doctor said it was most likely from getting the vaccine. That's what she said. And so the vaccine is still in you. I don't know.
And then it's like, no, never mind. The head cardiologist actually says there's something wrong with you. Possibly. Either something's very wrong with you, or the EKG is just weird. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes your heart just does weird things. But basically, I'm looking up what a coronary CTA is for. Um, it's for like blockages in your arteries, like calcium stuff. I don't know. Um, Basically, it's kind of like detecting if I'm going to have a heart attack soon, and I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 years old, and this head cardiologist is very, very smart man who has degrees all over the wall. I've never even seen him because he's so busy and whatever crap. He thinks something's wrong with me. So here I am, Googling like everything about coronary CTAs and
Oh
reading about like
God,
that.
we have to stop with the TikTokification diagnosis and Google. I just don't think that's a good idea because, and I know there's so many stories. Like, yeah, my doctor doesn't know anything. I know more than my doctor. Like there's that okay, you've heard that a million times, but it's only been correct like once or twice, you know? Because, it is true. Like, you probably do know your body better than a stranger, but when it comes to like serious, I gotta go to the lab and, do some chemistry or whatever. I have to read the results of this x-ray or whatever. The doctor probably knows more than you. And I would not use Google for that. I just think that is just the easiest way to stress yourself out, you know? Now, I remember when I had an ear infection, I did Google it and I did get some stuff and it did work, but that's a smaller scale type of thing, and so I think an ear thing, um oh, and actually I don't even know if I had an ear infection, but um still, I got the proper ear drops. I didn't have to go to a doctor. They actually just sold the ear drops, the thing I needed in the store. So I just, spent $10 and I got it. But things got better. I was fine. But that's ears. It's not like a brain tumor. Like if I had a brain tumor, I'm not gonna go to Google and go, what should I do? Like I'm just not even gonna do that. I'm gonna just let the profession like some things. You have to accept that. Yeah, okay, this person knows what they're talking about, and you can always get a second opinion, but that second opinion is not gonna be Google. It's just not.
IVs and I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, am I dying? Like, I feel like I'm dying. Like, I was
Saying
just told that
you're
I'm
just
fine.
mentally
And
ill,
then it's like,
lady.
never mind. You actually need another test, like, pretty soon. Um, it might be like $2,000. But basically, you might be.
Yeah, then you can't get it. Yeah, fuck that. um, yeah, I mean that can start a whole conversation about you know if you need a medical procedure that costs a shit ton of money and you can't afford it, is that worth your life? Like, should it be mandatory where medical procedures should be free, but then the government, see, if you took away all the fraud, okay, so like look at the Somali fraud. Okay, they took, last time I heard, it was like $900 billion of our tax dollars have been stolen by Somalis and just in Minnesota. Okay? So what if you took that money and put that money towards doctors' salaries? I'd be okay with that. I would totally be okay with that because the money was already taken out of our taxes. You wouldn't have to raise our taxes. You would just, instead of supporting fraud, just put it to something good. I'm completely okay with everyone getting healthcare, citizens, and you don't have to raise taxes because you already have that right there. And I don't know how much it would cost across the country, but every state has fraud. And so if we just cut that fraud out, I mean, you could house every homeless person, you could have free medical care, but the problem is you have so much fraud in this country that instead of doing that, instead of allocating that money, you just make up a new bill, a new law, some new taxes, and take even more money. So that's the problem. But you know what? It is a capitalist society. And the reason why people become doctors is because they want to make money. And so if you made it so everyone gets free healthcare, what's going to happen is doctors are going to get paid less. And because doctors get paid less, you might have less people becoming doctors, which means healthcare will get worse. See, the thing is, like, competition makes things better. You know, like you can even look at something simple like video games. Marvel Rivals started dominating hero shooters. And what does Marvel Rivals have? Really good looking female characters. So what did the other video games do? They started making really good looking female characters. And so it brought everything up, you know? So I don't know. Uh, because like if you want good healthcare, you don't go to a socialist country. You come to America to get the best healthcare. Now, if you want experimental healthcare, yeah, you go to like Germany or whatever. But if you want like the top notch, just name anything, brain surgeon. Just if you want the top notch brain surgeon, you come to America. You don't go to whatever place or like Japan, Korea, because those are um, basically Western. They're basically like little versions of America. Just their um society is different, but when it comes to like education and stuff like that, Japan and Korea are top notch. Well, whatever.
Be dying. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know, dude. Like I don't know. I'm stressed out. I feel like, what if I'm dying? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Girl, I don't know. I just don't. But that's
Oh, and spoiler alert, this is 3 years old, right? She's still alive and she's still making videos. I don't want anyone to think she died. And I don't wish anything bad on this person. I like her. I mean, obviously we've reacted to like 60 of her videos. But yeah, she's still alive and she's still making videos, and we will get there one day. We will. It's gonna be a long journey, but we will get there.
that's my story for today. Um, Now my parent convinced them to do without the IV thing because I would probably have a panic attack, and yeah, no. So they're gonna do a calcium score test without IVs or anything. I don't know how that goes. It's, I guess, just like a CT of your heart. um I don't know when I'm going. I don't know. But I gotta do that, I guess. Maybe I find out like I'm dying, or maybe I find out like I just spent $2,000 on a test for nothing because there's nothing wrong.
Bro, I'm sorry. I am not spending $2,000 on a test. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm like, oh well. That's crazy. I remember that insurance, like if you took aspirin from the hospital, one pill of aspirin cost $60. That's crazy. I mean, just for $60, you can get a fucking the girlfriend experience. Like like you can get laid or whatever you're into. You want a golden shower. Like $60 is enough to get a golden shower, to get a golden shower and a foot job.
I don't know, but I will update you like always. I will see you next video. Goodbye.
Anyway, she's dramatic and most of her problems are caused inside of her head, but thanks for watching this with me. Anyway, have a good Monday, have a good Tuesday, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.